In today's video, we are going to take a look at Bronny James and his jump shot, what he does leading up to his jump shot, and why it actually is somewhat pretty accurate. So let's get down, let's check him out really quickly. If you want to be able to shoot the basketball better and from further away, make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to look at is the lead up to the actual shot itself. So at this time, he's coming off of that dribble handoff. His man is going over top of the screen, and he's got a man in drop coverage. There's a lot of different options that can be running through his head. He could split these guys. He can continue off towards this right side and, of course, pull for a jump shot. He may be able to somewhat attack this defender and hit the roll man. There's a lot of different options that are going to be presented to him off of this dribble handoff. However, one of the things that he does do is he's looking at the rim the whole time. He's still got his man trailing him, and he's got this man in drop coverage with his arms down. Remember, hand down, man down, that is the saying, and that's exactly what happens right here. He's able to read this defender. He knows this guy is no longer an issue to him. And with a man with his hands down, he pulls up very easily for that mid-range jump shot. Now, when he goes for this jump shot, he goes right left into his shot because he's going towards that left side. You want to always plant that closest foot to the basket first by going left, because that is going to allow your right side to be in line with the rim. He goes up into his shot, shoulder, elbow in line with the rim. His body is slightly tilted, but his hips, knees, feet are all pointed in the same direction, not necessarily towards the basket, but slightly tilted off. And the ball is over top of his upper arm, which is going to give him a straight shot. It's just going to come down to the power in which that he needs to be able to make this shot. Obviously, he does make this shot as well. We can actually see this really well from this angle right here, where he goes right left into his shot. And look at how low he is in his shot. If we pull out the angles, his knees are around 100 degrees, and his hips are roughly around 90 degrees as well. There's an old saying that your knees and hips have to be at 90. Well, your knees being at 90 is going to be extremely hard. You're actually maybe potentially losing some power if you go that low. At around 100 degrees, that's pretty good. The idea of getting low is now you're engaging a lot of the quads, a lot of your lower back into your shot. Also, by looking at the rim as he is extremely important too. Having everything in line just like your regular jump shot that you're taking that's not on the move. Having everything in line is extremely important, and he actually releases the ball right at the peak of his jump before he starts on his way back down. There's a lot of different myths, there's a lot of different thoughts when it comes to when your release is. If you're releasing the ball on the way up into your jumper, very similar to a Steph Curry, you're going to get more power. Right at the peak of your jump, you're going to be a little bit more accurate, and then there are some people that say if you are releasing on your way back down from your shot, that is going to be the most accurate that you can be, because on the way up you can be moving side to side, but on the way down there's a higher chance of you just on your way straight down. Depends on who you ask. Now, with his defender, Bronny James's defender going underneath the screen. Bronny James receiving that ball, obviously using the screen. Anytime that your defender goes underneath the screen, and I would actually prefer this man to go a little bit wider to pull his defender away from him, away from Bronny. It doesn't matter. Bronny's man is going underneath that screen. You need to pull for that shot. Now, the one thing that you'll notice is that he planted his left foot first before he planted his right foot, even though I just said that you want to plant your right foot first when you're going towards that left side. The reason why he planted his left foot first is because this is a much slower dribble up to his point of shooting. If you're going fast, you want to plant your right foot first to get your left side in line, your right side in line. But by planting your left foot first and you're going slower, it's going to feel like you're more in line by planting that right foot. And we should all really pay attention to his shooting release, because shoulder, elbow are in line with the rim. He releases the ball elbow above the rim or above his forehead, and it's a nice straight release. This is the three things that you need for a straight shot. I also like that Bronny has a somewhat high set point. Being a player who is around 6'1" or 6'2", this is going to be a lot harder of a shot to block than a shot that's originating from his chest. Now, obviously, he's a grown-up. He's a man. He's not going to be shooting from his chest, most likely. There are some players in history that have, but if you are a younger player shooting from your chest, you need to raise that shot up as early as possible, as fast as possible, to a higher set point, because you are going to have some really tall players who are probably going to block your shot. And adding that extra 6, 8, or 12 inches is massive on being able to get your shot off. I hope that this video has helped you. Make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below. And I'll see you guys again in my next video.